Hey everyone, hope all is well. So, in today's video, I'm going to answer a question which plagues a lot of working professionals and college graduates who are confused on which career path to pick up, which is investment banking or management consulting. Both of these career paths are very popular simply because they pay you a lot of money. That's why there is a lot of hype, a lot of people want to get in. But I believe it's very crucial to understand the key differences between the life of a consultant and a life of an investment banker, and what it takes to get hired, what it takes to advance and climb the ladder before you make a decision. So I think the first difference between the two career paths, which is very, very important, is barriers to entry, which simply means what does it take to get hired by an investment bank like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, versus what does it take to get hired by a McKinsey or a Bain or an Accenture or an EY or a Deloitte, which are good consulting firms. The first thing which comes to my mind is that, investment banks, they specifically want to hire CAs, CFAs, and MBAs in finance. So you should have some inclination, some charter which is renowned in finance for you to get an interview call. If you don't come from a finance background, if you don't have either of these certifications, be it CA, be it FRM, be it CFA, then it's very difficult to get through. That's the harsh reality. The good thing in consulting is that there is no certain requirement or restriction on your background. You can be an architect or a banker or a lawyer or an entrepreneur or a professor or somebody from the Navy, and you can still apply for a consulting role. What matters is not your degree or your educational background, which can be liberal arts or commerce or engineering. What matters is the impact that you've created in your work, in your internships, and your extracurriculars. And that impact needs to be very well crafted in your CV. So, just to synthesize, uh, in finance, there is a restriction when it comes to hiring, which is typically for CAs, CFAs, MBA finance, and in consulting, there is no such restriction. The second thing which really sets apart, uh, which really differentiates these two career paths is the diversity of your engagements. Now, in finance, if you're working with an equity research firm or an investment bank, uh, you are typically tasked to either help the firm that you're working for to uh, purchase a subsidiary or determine the transaction price or help a client with figuring out which stock to buy. So, finance roles by design are centered around either purchase or sale of a business or an equity or a financial instrument on and your recommendations on that. But consulting engagements can be anywhere between helping Axis Bank in reducing its non performing assets to helping Britannia in growing its revenue to helping Byju's in figuring out what to do to save its business. Right? So, uh, your role in finance will be centered around financial markets, financial instruments, purchase, sale, trading. Typically, even if you are an equity research analyst, you're typically working on pitch decks and reports of buying or selling a stock, your recommendation, or you're covering a sector. But in consulting, it can be anything and everything. It can be uh, helping a supply chain, helping a textiles manufacturer in fixing their supply chain. It can be helping a fintech startup in reducing its cost, or helping, uh, let's say, somebody like Amazon in figuring out where to expand next geographically. So consulting engagements are very diverse in that sense. That's why consulting firms prefer hiring generalist without any fixation on the background, while finance roles are very centered around reading the three financial statements, analyzing them, number crunching. So that's the second key difference. The third key difference, I believe, would be, I would not say difference, but I think it's return on effort, which is, all IBs, all consulting firms make you work 55, 60 hours per week, if not more. which is hectic, long hours, high pressure, high stakes. But the kind of pay packages that you get in both of these industries is at least 1.3 to 1.5x of what your peers in a non-consulting or a non-IB would be earning. So they pay you good money, but they make you work hard for it as well. And the good thing about both IB and consulting, which is a similarity, is that both of these sectors, domains give you a very good, humongous year end bonus, which is tied to your performance and client feedback, which can range up to 15 to 20% of your base package. So that's the two key differences and one similarity for investment banking and consulting roles. But I hope this helps you.